the Togean Islands, one of the last paradises on Earth. Formed by volcanic activity, covered in rainforest, and surrounded by coral reefs. A place so beautiful and mysterious. We had to see it with our own eyes. There are mainly 3 different ways to get to the Togean Islands. But first you have to fly to Sulawesi, the 4th largest island of Indonesia. We landed in Manado. From Manado, you can drive or fly to Gorontalo, Ampana, or Bunta. From there you can take a ferry, speedboat, or private boat to the islands. Due to some difficulties and bad planning on our behalf, we had to take a taxi to Bunta and charter a private boat. We arrived at the village and got on the boat. After 2.5 hours, we arrived at our destination. Just in time, before the sun started to go down. The accommodation we booked is located at Serra Beach on the island Malenge, which is one of the Togean Islands. Like most accommodations here, this one provides bungalows for around 30 to 40 euros per night. Breakfast, lunch and dinner, as well as infinite water, coffee and tea are included in that price. The beach is absolutely stunning. It has soft white sand and crystal clear blue water. The people here are very welcoming, and they have 3 very sweet and friendly cats. You can already see a lot of coral and many different colorful fish species by just snorkeling around Serra Beach's house reef. and at the nearby seagrass meadows, you will frequently spot turtles. We saw so many surgeonfish, damselfish, butterflyfish, wrasses, schooling bannerfish, pufferfish, and many more species. My personal highlight were these huge humphead parrotfish. They can grow up to 1.5 meters in length and usually occur in groups. In the evening, we mostly relaxed at the beach and spent time with the other guests and the resort workers. And we quickly made a few friends. To our surprise, one of the cats, Poppy, had kittens, and we were invited to play with them. The next morning, we went on a trip to visit some of the protected coral reefs near the island. They are called Reef number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. The names aren't very creative, but they are easy to remember. We also wanted to visit the Bajau people, which are also known as sea gypsies, because they live with and from the sea. At the reefs, you have these very shallow areas that are great for snorkeling. And the drop-offs at the edges are amazing for scuba and free diving. These reefs are extremely important. They are the home of so many different marine animals. And for the Bajau people, the reefs are a source of food and income. Unfortunately, they have been severely damaged in the past due to cyanide and dynamite fishing. These severely destructive fishing methods are now illegal, and people are becoming more and more educated about the topic and the environment in general. And there is a much better understanding about protecting and restoring the corals. Sometimes, helping small communities and the environment goes hand in hand. This 1-kilometer-long wooden bridge was originally built to make it easier for the village children to get to school. But the bridge also proved to be a useful structure for the reef. Beautiful red, orange, and yellow fan corals have settled there, and they provide habitat for many other living creatures. This incredibly beautiful place is perfect for snorkeling and therefore attracts tourists, which helps to boost the tourism industry. Since the majority of people who travel to the Togean Islands come for the colorful and well-preserved coral reefs, people have further reasons to protect these complex ecosystems. And of course, we went into the water to see the beauty of the corals up close. In the evening, the place looked even more beautiful.
Hopla!
The next morning, we already planned another exciting adventure. We once again went on a boat to visit another very surreal and interesting place. The so-called Jellyfish Lake. The Jellyfish Lake formed toward the end of the last ice age, roughly 12,000 years ago. The jellyfish became trapped in the lake and evolved. They lost their ability to sting, and now they are completely harmless, and it is safe to swim with them. I'm normally very afraid of jellyfish, but these little guys were so cute. I'm so grateful that we were able to swim with them. Only around 20 of these special lakes exist on our planet. They are true natural wonders. Another completely different, but also very rare species lives here in the Togean Islands. The Babirusa, also known as the deer pig. Only around 10,000 of these wild pigs that almost look like mythical creatures still remain. And Serra Beach, the beach where our homestay is located, frequently gets visited by one of the wild Babirusa. But he only visits whenever he wants to. So we kept our eyes open and patiently waited. Then suddenly, one of our friends waved us over to the backyard of the resort. Coco, the Babirusa, has emerged from the forest. And Coco demanded coconuts, his absolute favorite snack. He was also offered some healthy greens. But the coconuts were obviously his main focus. After receiving his treats and some pets, Coco wandered back into the forest. The following day, we had to leave the Togean Islands and travel to our next destination. Now I'll list all the expenses we had for the 10 days we spent there. We spent 115 euros for the taxi and private boat to get to the islands. Keep in mind that you will pay way less if you take the ferry or the speedboat instead of the private boat. We paid around 200 euros for our accommodation at Serra Beach. 3 meals per day, snacks, infinite water, coffee and tea are included in that price. For the boat tours to the coral reefs, the Bajau village and the Jellyfish Lake, we paid around 70 euros. And the speedboat back to Sulawesi was 20 euros. So, in total, we only spent 405 euros per person for 10 days in literal paradise. And with that, thank you so much for watching our video. Feel free to ask us in the comments if you have any questions. And if you want to support us, just leave a like or subscribe.